Wave hi, Richard. Turn right back there. Stands table. Wave hi, Richard. Thank you for the name at Galacticon Praise Store. I appreciate it. When this all happened is we were at the Japanese steakhouse, and Richard was the second group of 10 to come in. And we're all sitting there, and he walks in, and oh look, the voice. A year and a half ago, thank you, buddy. It's stuck. Well, folks, let's get to some of our guests of honor up here, folks. First of all, Gigi Edgley. Rory, Miss Gigi. Here she is. Give her a big round of applause. How you doing? Well, you haven't heard her speech. She's a beautiful, beautiful voice. You do. Yes, you have a beautiful accent.
Hey guys, how you doing? When I speak, no one understands what I say. See? You having fun?
Yeah.
Have I met any of you guys in the last one? I came to one here many years ago. I think it was called CoastCon. So this is the second time I've been to Biloxi, and it's an absolutely beautiful place. Thank you so much for having me. So let's have an amazing weekend. Looking forward to it. Are you guys? Cool. All right. Well, let's bring on some of the other guests. Oh, I just also want to thank Ian and Juliana for being absolutely amazing. You've looked after us all extraordinarily well, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gigi. Let's give a round of applause for the beautiful Gigi. Don't you have a good voice? Next, our next guest of honor is a very good friend of mine, Mr. Christopher Judge from Stargate SG-1 Teal. He's laying in the back corner. Wait, hi, Christopher.
Chris, you have to come
Chris, come on up here, buddy.
Get up here.
Chris,
now.
What?
You gotta.
You can't say no to Gigi.
You gotta make these actors work. Give them some direction. Come on, slowpoke.
Christopher, do I have to give the introduction I gave to you 5 years ago at the dance contest? 2 left feet. Sir? Note to sir, because he can actually snap me in half. It's here for Teal, Christopher Judge. Now, Chris, your voice is lower than mine.
And there's my card in for the day.
I got some questions from this guy later. We'll make him talk better, Gigi, I promise. We'll make him talk. Folks, another good friend of mine from Battlestar Galactica, Lieutenant Bojay, Mr. Jack Stauffer. Mr. Jack Stauffer, one more time, folks. Jack, have a seat. We'll get things. Have a seat, buddy.
Bring the old farts up.
Yeah, I will, so far. Our next guest of honor, Mr. Vic Mignona. Vic.
Yeah!
Wow.
The voice!
You know, I resent this because now I not only had to put up with Hatch.
Thanks so much, everybody. How are you?
I had to put up with Hatch when we were young, you know, and all of us got. Now, when I'm old and I think, you know, there's at least he's as old as I. Look what they stick right next to me. You know, this is what Dirk Benedict used to look like when he was.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hey!
I paid good money for that, right there. I paid good money for that streaming right there.
What, 10,000 to do this one right here streaming?
Well, 5,000, 5,000, 7,000.
See, this one here, who's 11 years old, is blushing like.
What is your name? Amelia. Amelia? How are you? Tell everybody hello. Hi! Isn't she amazing? Did you hear that? Have you ever heard a hi any better than that? And who are you?
Cassie.
Hi, Cassie. You guys here for the weekend? Good, we're gonna have fun. Hey, any city that has a giant shark with his mouth wide open is gotta be the best city. I want to go and take pictures with the giant shark. What is it? Is that a hotel or something? What is that?
That's a souvenir shop.
A souvenir shop? I'm buying everything. You guys, tell all your friends to come to the show this weekend. I know I was kind of at it at the last minute, and I'm not one of the famous camera stars. I'm not one of the famous.
What the highlight of
What was the highlight of my day?
Going to Walmart trying to find me a belt.
Oh. I took this lovely man to Walmart to get a belt. He needed a brown belt. And we found one, didn't we, Grandpa?
If I had gone through the store with my bad legs, it would have taken me an hour to get to where the belts were. So very graciously sprinted, found me a belt, and checked me out. It was the highlight of the day.
You guys, like I said, most of these guys are on-camera actors. I'm not one of those guys. I'm a voice actor and do a lot of work for anime, video games, stuff like that. But if you're Star Trek fans,
Yes, Star Trek.
and I hope you are, let me see it. Come on. Live long and prosper. I just started a brand new web series about a year and a half ago called Star Trek Continues. If you haven't seen it, thank you. I paid money for that one as well. We continue right where we pick up right where the original series ended. Right at the end of the third season of the original series, and we continue the series. We have 3 episodes online. We've already won a couple of awards. We have over 2 million views. It looks and feels and sounds just like the original series. It's free to watch. So go home tonight, Amelia. Go home tonight and watch Star Trek Continues, and then come back tomorrow and tell me what you think of it, okay? I'm getting to fulfill my childhood dream of playing Captain Kirk. So I want you to go see it. All right? Thanks so much. Come by the table and say hello this weekend, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good teacher of mine, Mr. Richard Hatch, Captain Apollo, and Tom Zarek, Battlestar Galactica. Oh, good Lord, you two.
It's not that type of show. Get off your knees.
Gigi.
It's a family show!
That's right there, buddy.
I love all of you.
Now, Richard, you know what I got to do later on after you're done talking. I'm throwing the gauntlet down to you again.
What are you gonna do?
Throw the gauntlet down to you
Oh,
again.
the gauntlet. Oh, you mean this?
Yes, sir.
Oh, God. Okay, hang on.
Wait,
Folks.
tell them the truth. Tell them the story. Tell them.
What story?
Tell them who the only person.
Oh, yeah, the only person that's ever beat me, but he cheats.
Ah!
No,
So
he
you're not,
cheats.
you lied to me. You said you're undefeated.
No, there's only one guy that ever did, but he cheats.
Cheats!
You have this little flip.
How can he
Little
cheat,
flip.
Richard?
It's called strategy.
It's this little flip. He does this little flip that I have not been able to
I have got to see this later on. Now, Richard, I will win eventually. I promise you. All right. Folks, this is how you embarrass yourself at Galacticon 3. Richard, get back in here. You cheated.
give me a second. Ready?
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war on you. Bow.
Bow. Okay.
Oh my gosh, what a ritual. There can be only one!
That's how you lose to Richard Hatch, folks. Folks, Richard, go ahead and talk. Folks, our honorary band, the Cog is Dead from Daytona Beach, Florida.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be here. This is our first convention in Mississippi, so we're generally steampunk convention regulars. We play like Steampunk World's Fair in New Jersey and with bands like Avenue Park and Steam Powered Giraffe. And we really want to thank Ian and Juliana for inviting us to come. So it's a real honor, and we look forward to putting on a fun show and having a good convention with everybody here.
Thank you, guys. Miss Lynn Lowry, where are you? Let's hear for the lovely Lynn Lowry. Come up here. Oh, don't trip, please, my friend. No tripping. No tripping. You're 22, 23, something like that? There you go.
Hi, it's great to be here. I'm looking forward to meeting y'all. Actually, I'm from Atlanta, so I can say y'all. And it's going to be a great show this weekend. I hope you'll tell your friends and you'll all come over and meet us, and so we can meet you. Okay? So I'll see you tomorrow.
Let's hear for
Or
Lynn.
tonight.
Thank you, Lynn. My Miles. Where's Mr. Miles? Let's hear from Mr. Miles Dolak right here. Give a big round of applause. How you doing, sir?
I'm well, sir. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Hi, everybody. Hi. My name is Miles Doliak. I'm so pleased to be here at my very first con ever, either as a guest or a spectator. So thanks to Juliana and Ian for inviting me. I'm also quite pleased to be here on the heels of the theatrical release of my first feature film as writer-director, The Historian, which was shot right here in the great state of Mississippi, about 65 miles up the road in Hattiesburg. Oh, we shot one scene right across the street, actually, on the Fisherman's Pier, with Bill Sadler. So, got DVDs available. Come talk to me. Come get you one. I'd love to meet everyone here in attendance. There's some great guests. I'm so excited that Juliana and Ian have kicked this thing off. Hopefully this is the first of many Geeknomicons right here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. See y'all soon.
One of the guys in the room taller than I am, well, by about 4 inches, when he's doing this picture, folks, Mr. Theo Crane. He's in, you can get a picture of folks, so keep the applause going for him. Hi, Theo, come up here, buddy, when you're done. There's the Flash, and there's Theo. Well, folks, he is part of the Walking Dead cast. I mean, he is dead. But he can't move, but he's alive. Folks, Theo Crane. Folks, he's the second tallest guy in the room. Theo. Theo, I want you to say something up here. Sir, please. What? Anything you want to say? A little short for you? Sorry.
Hi, guys. How are you? Awesome. All right, see you later.
That's a very good friend of mine, Jared Gunovich. Jared Gunovich, let's hear a big round of applause for my good friend. One of them at AltCon earlier this year in Tallahassee, Florida. Now, folks, he is a native sorting, which is a dying breed of human, literally. Now, folks, before you get up here, before you say anything, how old do you think this guy is?
12. 20.
Not much taller than he's 20, folks. But he's actually 20, that height.
Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. I'm Jared Gunovich. Y'all having fun so far? Yeah! Awesome. Is that all I'm supposed to say?
Whatever you want to, my friend. It's up to you.
Thank you all for having me. Come by my table and see me. Please, 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 thank you.
Mr. Jim O'Rear. Where are you, Jim? Come on up here, Jim. Let's hear a big round of applause for Jim O'Rear at the far back table.
Can I go the hard way up?
You sure can if you want to. Just be careful. That's all I ask.
I'm old.
Not that old.
How y'all doing? Damn, that's loud. I'm Jim O'Rear, glad to be here. Thanks for having me, everybody. Can I do some self-promotion? Tomorrow we're actually screening director's cut of Camp Massacre right here. It's not available to the public yet. It won't be available until next year. So come tomorrow night and see the full director's cut before anybody else. There's my self-promotion.
All right.
Thank you, sir. John Magnus, where are you, John? Let's hear for John back here.
Very glad to be here. Thank you very much. And hopefully you'll have a great time this weekend.
All right, Darth Maul, man of very few words.
too.
Sheesh.
First take he did that in.
Wow, he's good.
Yeah.
Other than a lot of stuff here. Scott. Mr. Scott Schwartz, where are you? Scott. Is invisible right now.
Actually, is that true? No.
Right on the chairs. Scott, come on up. Where's Scott? He's on my A. Well, folks, I was just told we had some birthdays. Yeah. Brian Stewart. Where's Brian Stewart? Brian, where'd you go? Mr. Brian. Oh, Brian Stewart's, he's over here. Let's hear for Brian Stewart of the far section over here, folks. Damian Chambers. Damian, where are you, buddy?
It's right over there.
Oh, yes, Damian Chambers, come on out front. You've been called out by the founder, so you can't escape this one.
Here.
No, up here, buddy. On the stage. Go up here. You want to go up here? You're the one. What do you say? So, Brian, nice to meet you, sir. Good. You're a young guy. Yeah, you're not my age. 42. You're a lot younger than I am. Are you 21? I had about 500, 600 days younger than I am. 40? You don't look 40. I would say 35.
Someone lost their cell phone.
39, you can do 35, 39. 35 by 5. Damien, where's Damien? Where'd he go? Yeah, have a seat, my friend. Well, folks, I'm going to ask you a really big favor. On the count of 3, we can sing these gentlemen happy birthday. So on the count of 3, oh, Damien, is he back there still? So we have to sing very loud to Damien in the far back by the entrance of the exhibit hall. So we'll tell 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday!
We're singing happy birthday, folks. Let's try this again.
You've got the microphone, you gotta lead it.
I've seen the people.
Gigi sings.
No, you're more lucky to pick on. You got it?
Who are we singing happy birthday to? Brian and who? Brian and Damien. Don't forget those names, guys. Ready? You got it? When we get to the part where we're saying happy birthday to Brian and Damien, don't go. I forgot their names. Brian and Damien. Got it? Brian and Damien. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Brian and Damien. Happy birthday, dear Brian Dale. Happy birthday to you.
Vic, you got a very awesome singing voice. You really do. Thank you, sir. We got a guest on that we have, folks. Captain Ken of Collins, Airship 67, Steampunk. Ron Fitzgerald, former illusionist. Alexei Vandenberg. Chris Achilles. Mitch Faust. Alan Belcher. Lois Bakula. Lou Zilke. Tammy Hancock. Charles Bassant. And Philo Bernhardt. Let's give them all a big round of applause, folks. I guess I got a question for Richard. Probably go to this in your panel. How's Axonar doing, my friend? You don't gotta ask you that question. You don't gotta ask you that question.
Good. How many people know about? Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I step on you? Can I do that again? Okay.
Don't hurt you.
My pants keep coming down. Hope you don't mind.
You want to borrow my belt to brush them off?
No, I need to put another hole in it. No, really, that's a good thing. Anyway, how many people know about Axonar? How many people are Star Trek fans? How many people have seen Axonar so far? Anybody? You heard something? Okay, they're doing this new Star Trek indie film called Axonar for all of you. And if you're all connected to the internet, go on YouTube, put in AXANAR, Axonar, which was the big battle actually when Kirk was in amount of money, and they're actually going to start filming the movie in about 3 months. So before that happens, why don't you go online, check it out, see what you think. There's some little sizzle reels, and then there's a 21-minute prelude to Exonar documentary-style intro into the world, the characters, what happened, all about that stuff. So check it out, see what you think, and hope you enjoy it. Also, I want to mention, as long as I'm up here, how many people like Firefly? Yeah? Cool. Well, next, I just got cast, and there's a game called Loadout. Okay, very Firefly-ish. And they're starting to take successful games and turn them into live-action series. So they just took this one, Loadout, and they just filmed the pilot called Loadout, and it's going to debut next Tuesday online. So go online, check it out, see what you think. I think you'll love it. And one last thing, how many steampunk people here? Anybody steampunk? Yes? No? Well, I just started a new pilot with Malcolm McDowell called Cowboys and Engines, and it is going to premiere at the Landmark Theater in Los Angeles on January 14th. So you'll be hearing more about that. So I hope you enjoy that, and I hope all of you, I didn't get to say much, but I'm glad you're here. We're going to have a lot of fun. I don't know if any of you have ever done any acting, any performing, ever wanted to find out about it, but I'm going to do a acting class on Sunday, if we get enough people, and we're going to have a lot of fun, do some improv, work with some materials, some scenes, and if you've never done it before, it does not matter. Just come and see what the process is all about, okay? All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Folks, remember Richard acting class. I took that class at Galacticon 3 back in Houston. You taught me a lot, Richard, which I put to use in my career. I cannot thank you enough, sir, for what you've done. No, thank you, sir. Richard Hatch, everyone. Miss Len Lowry, been in the business in the 1970s. You don't get day over 35, honey. So my question to you is, acting in the context of the 70s, how is acting then compared to now? How different, is there a huge difference in the acting styles that you see from the 70s till now? I can read it. Let me bring this to you. Oh, you're welcome.
I would say that the biggest difference is that in the 70s we didn't have a lot of special effects, so we actually had to act more. And I did a remake of The Crazies about 2 years ago, which was a $21 million film. And, you know, everyone had like 5 different layers of, you know, being crazy. And the original that George Romero directed, George would just say, okay, you need to be crazier here. So that's really pretty much, I think, the biggest difference, you know, other than sort of the passion that, you know, we had in the 70s. It was just more, you know, you really were there because you loved it and wanted to do it, and sort of now it's more kind of like it's a job sort of thing. Although, you know, there's still a lot of passion, but, you know, I think that's kind of the difference.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Let's hear from Lynn Lowry.
Oh, and by the way, tomorrow, I think at 12, we're showing Shivers, a.k.a. They Came From Within, which was David Cronenberg's very first film. So if you've never seen that, it's definitely a must-see for horror, you know, people. So I hope I see you there.
Miss Lynn Lowry. Miss Gigi over here. I got a question for you, Miss Gigi. I was reading your bio earlier. You were hosting Jim Henson's Creature Shop. How does it work with Jim Henson? Is he a lot of fun to be around and all those creatures?
Jim's passed away,
yes.
So I'm not too sure about that.
Oh, going with Jim, okay.
But I work very closely with Brian Henson, who's an absolute legend. And he is an absolute visionary. I think the show was amazing because we've all been influenced by the Jim Henson Company in some way through our childhood. You know, we all know the Muppets, or the Dark Crystal, or the Labyrinth, or Fraggle Rock, the Storyteller, the list goes on. So I think it was a really beautiful opportunity to open the Jim Henson Creature Shop and have a peek inside and see how creature designers come up with these amazing creations. So that was really cool, very cool. And the whole reason why I moved back to LA was to shoot sci-fi not going to pick it up because it was too expensive to shoot. So with that all being said, I was sort of scratching my brain thinking, oh, that's a weird image, scratching my brain. I was trying to come up with how to make light of this crazy situation, and then I met this amazing production company called Rooting Films, and they have this absolutely sensational script called Hashtag, and they brought it to me and they said, would you be keen to be in it? And I said, sure. And then they said, well, we're thinking about doing a Kickstarter. So we just completed a Kickstarter where these amazing friends, family, fans came forward and helped us out to come up with the budget. And our request was $40,000, and we ended up with $44,222.
Excellent.
So that was very, very exciting, and we shoot in January, February next year. And one of the really cool things about that was that, all the guests here are absolutely talented, wonderful, artists and actors. So, and you guys appreciate it, which we absolutely adore. So it was a really nice thing to join forces with the fans in particular, and also family and friends, and make a production together. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Christopher Judge. Man of very few words and two Lafita dance contests. Thank you for... I did not write that, by the way. It was not me. It was someone else that wrote it and told me to say it. The one who ran the convention. Not me, so it's not me 5 years ago. We all know Christopher from Stargate SG-1 and Teal, but also a great guy to get to know, and he's helped me all in my career as a voiceover artist as well. Met him 5 years ago in Denver, Colorado, and Chris gave me some inspiration to be a voiceover artist, and I thank you for that. So, what have you been up to since I saw you 5 years ago in Denver?
I kind of took a bit of a hiatus to be a dad. I thought it was important that I actually get to know my kids' names. No, it was just we had done the series for so long. I mean, I just came to the realization I hadn't really seen my kids in 10 years. So, I just got reacquainted with them, and I started just doing strictly movies. I just took myself out of the series arena. And now that I've got my oldest daughter off to college, thank God. Oh no, I was happy to see her go. I love her, but she's much easier to love at a distance. So I've now started working again. I've done a few movies, and we're doing a live-action version of Infinity Blade called the Infinity Blade Chronicles, and that starts in January. So.
Now, I met you, those are your two sons in Denver, correct?
Yeah, no, that was my oldest son, and one of his best friends.
They are still in the Air Force?
No, he actually transferred to Cal Poly. He actually graduates in June.
Well, congratulations, folks. Christopher Judge, let's give a big round for a great man. Mr. Jack Stauffer, who's professionally in television, film, stage, and past 45 years, my friend. I also got some great advice of those of you who want to go into acting. Anyone up here can give me some great advice, but Mr. Jack Stauffer, you give me a lot of help, and I appreciate it.
But what is going to be fun, Richard does his acting workshop, and sort of, as a sequel to this, I put together what we call a theater workshop, which is slightly different, and just one of my passions is when I look out at all of you, and I see so many people who attend these conventions who have so many aspirations, that they would have liked to have done what we do. And one of my passions is, to help you find ways that you can do what we do, because all of us are actors in everyday life. And so many of us have such tremendous creative instincts that are stifled in this real world that we live in. So, this my theater workshop tomorrow will maybe show you some ways that you can use those, because your passions should never be denied. Life is too short to not attempt to fulfill what you feel strongly about. Christopher Judge, I love the fact that there's daughter from the farm. Having had a daughter, I don't understand the genetic of it is that daddy's little girl turns 16 and becomes infected with aliens. Yeah, turns different. But anyway, and then, later tonight, 7 o'clock, we're kicking off, I guess, the official entertainment. I've got this goofy little one-man show called How Come I Never Got the Girl, which I put together about 15 years ago, and they've asked me to drag it out. So if you're going to be here, it'll be fun. We'll sing a couple of songs, we'll tell some funny stories, and it'll sort of kick off the official entertainment tonight. So, come on out and laugh with me.
Mr. John Stauffer. Vic. Yes. Here, my friend, you started when you were 8 years old in the industry. A little tiny 8-year-old.
Yes, that's true.
What was the project that you got involved in when you were 8?
Oh, it was a church project. No, I think it would be more accurate to say that I started acting when I was very young. And I have always loved it. Never really did it for money, just, if it was pay, it was great, but that wasn't the motivation. It was just, I always loved performing, whether it was music or theater or anything like that. And about 16 or 17 years ago, I was working on a video production in Houston, Texas. And a friend of mine said, hey, you've got a lot of acting experience, don't you? And I said, yeah. And he said, you should go and audition for this place. Here in Houston, they buy these Japanese animated shows and they dub them into English, and they're looking for actors. So I auditioned, and I got cast in a show, and I figured it would just be kind of a one-time deal, just kind of a weird thing you randomly do at one time. And another show came along, and then another, and another. And, fast forward 15 or 16 years, and I've done over 300 different series and video games, and I've done some on-camera stuff as well. But it's all acting, like you said. You may be using different skills, a different set of tools than maybe an on-screen actor would as a voice actor. But at its core, it's acting. I'm playing a character. And I am profoundly blessed and grateful to get to do what I do. One of my favorite things is coming to events and getting to meet people like you and share your interest and your passions, because we find out that we all have a lot in common. It's funny to see how pop culture conventions have exploded over the last several years, and people that used to be kind of marginalized as nerds or geeks or weirdos, and they're afraid even to let anybody know that they like sci-fi or they like this or that, because they're afraid they're going to be, labeled as weird. Well, then comes Big Bang Theory, and suddenly it's the most popular show on television, and you find out that everybody is secretly a nerd for something. And suddenly they start talking to each other, and they find out that we all have these interests. And so these conventions start popping up everywhere, and it's so great to join and meet and interact with people that love all the things that you love. So I'm very grateful to be a part of that. I do as many events as I can, and I'm very happy to be part of this one.
Well, we're glad to have you here. Let's do a round of applause for Mr. Vic right there. Miles! I've been reading that you are an actor, director, writer, producer in TV, theater, film, and you played your first feature film as a director. Which one would that be?
That's The Historian, which is a film that we shot in the summer of 2013 in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, just up the road and just across the street here in Biloxi. The film was entirely independently financed through sheer force of will and relentless persistence and persuasion and tracking people down and begging. We were very fortunate to be able to lure a top-tier cast that was headed by the great William Sadler, who probably a lot of folks in this room know, most notably for his work in The Shawshank Redemption or The Green Mile, but more recently he played the president in Iron Man 3. We were able to lure the legendary John Cullum out of New York City, which is a very rare thing nowadays. John is 85 years young now. He's a 4-time Tony Award winner, a 2-time Emmy nominee for his work as Holling Wincour in Northern Exposure. The amazingly funny Colin Cunningham from Falling Skies, with John Pope in Falling Skies. You probably know that show yet. first actor attached to our film. And it's a funny story about Colin. I was writing this script, and I just happened to sort of fall into watching the show. I was about 3 episodes into Falling Skies, the first season, and my wife and I were watching it on demand. And I leaned over to my wife. I said, you know, this is our comic relief in the film. This guy. She said, well, you know, who is he? What's he done other than this? I don't care. He's brilliant. So I literally found myself writing that role, the role that he wound up playing, the character Chris Fletcher, for Colin. And, you know, I didn't know Colin from Adam. So literally, the very first actor we reached out to was Colin. Sent an email through our casting director, Jody Collins, out of New York. We hired him. Just sent an email to his agent, Cole, sent him the script. Within 48 hours, Colin had read the script and had agreed to do our movie. As it turns out, much to the chagrin of his agent at the time, who didn't want him to do a movie of our size. And of course, we know this is fairly typical, right? Colin came down to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, shot our movie, had such a grand time on our set that he fired his agent when he got back to LA. So if you're gonna advise me against doing fantastic projects like this, to hell with you. So yeah, we had these amazing actors. Glynis O'Connor, who probably some of you in this room know, was on our film as well. And wow, what an education working with those people. The first 2 days we shot, it was all Bill Sadler and John Cullum. They played father and son. Reprising those roles, actually, they did that in Roswell, the television series as well. And watching those two men work together, those two legendary, brilliant, talented actors, generous actors working together, the rapport they had, the scenes were like these beautiful little duets. John Cullum's character in the film is suffering from Alzheimer's, and his son, played by William Sadler, is this esteemed university professor for whom knowledge has become an all-consuming thing, the very passion of his life, and he sees his father literally losing his mind little by little, day by day, and that is an agonizing thing for him to endure. But the scenes they play together, just absolutely amazing. So we shot our little film here in Mississippi. We have traveled around the country on the festival circuit. We screened the film theatrically down here in Hattiesburg at the Iberville, Mississippi. Just opened it at the Quad Cinema in New York City. And on January 2nd, it will open at the Arena Cinema in Los Angeles. And that opening will coincide with its release on cable and video on demand on January 6th. We're actually screening it here tomorrow at 1:30 in the screening room, and we'll do a Q&A after. So please come out and see the film. We're real proud of it, and it's afforded us the opportunity to start working on a new film called The Hollow, which is a Southern noir murder thriller set in Mississippi. Exciting to shoot Mississippi for Mississippi. Small Mississippi town and all the corruption and pulling the Band-Aid back on the many, many secrets that this town has kept hidden over many, many years. So that's going to be an exciting film. We're going to shoot it next summer. But yeah, what I would say is, you know, all of us on this stage do this because we love it, probably because it's the only thing we love in many cases. I remember when I was thinking about schools when I was 18 years old. I auditioned at the North Carolina School of the Arts in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The reason I wound up going there and not some other places that perhaps had a slightly higher profile is because the assistant dean, Robert Bessida was his name, said to me, the only reason you should come here is if acting is the only thing you love in the world. There's no other reason you should be in this business or come to this school. If you can think of anything else in the world you love to do, you should go and do that. But if acting is what you must do, then you should come here. And that's why I went to North Carolina School of the Arts. As it turns out, in the course of my journey as an actor, I found something else I love to do, that is history. And I became a history professor. Got a PhD from Tulane University, and my experiences in graduate school and in academia really inspired me to write the script of The Historian. Really a fortuitous thing. So I hope you will come see my movie tomorrow. You can buy yourself a copy of my movie at the table over here. And I'm just really pleased to be here with all these wonderful, talented people.
Thank you, Manos. Atlanta, Georgia, my friend, and I've been reading in your bio that you are amateur kickboxer world champion.
I am.
And also part of an all-male dance group called 610 Stompers. Is that correct?
That's also correct.
Now, there's also an embarrassing, a fake opera singer.
I used to perform with the burlesque and vaudeville group in Atlanta.
Nice.
So I had several characters, opera singer, I was a strongman, had a blue genie character, a southern character.
Also, you didn't find your love for acting until you were in Jesus Christ Superstar on stage, right?
Well, that was when I decided I wanted to do it for a living. But I've always performed. I've always, I think the first thing I ever did was a baby pageant. I was Mr. Personality in 1982.
What are you doing these days? You know, what you up to now?
Just wrapped on a film called Same Kind of Different as Me that was actually filmed in Jackson. And before that, wrapped on a pilot called Street Level. And I'm really excited about both of those projects. I think they're both going to do really well. And at this point, just going forward, Brian, Stewie, and I are slowly but surely working on a project as well, and to see what happens.
Thank you, Theo. Let's hear for Theo, my friend. Jared, how you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Good. I've been seeing you in, what, 5-6 months? Maybe 7. Longest in Tallahassee, Florida. You're 20, but you started acting at 18 when you found your love for the whole industry, right?
Yes.
So what what projects are you working on right now?
Right now we're filming American Horror Story Freak Show for 4 months. We're almost done on the 19th. I play one of Dusty Flame's Carnies throughout all 13 episodes. And right now we're about to wrap it up and be complete.
Where are you filming at?
New Orleans. Well, New Orleans, and our stage is at New Orleans, and our compound is at Wagaman or Weston Go, whichever.
He's one of the easiest young men you're going to find up on the stage to even talk to and approach, but he's also one of the biggest troublemakers next to Theo, who's more trouble than Jared. You know Theo, you said to me earlier that you're more trouble than him. This side of the stage with great caution, this side of the stage, because he's taller than I am. Yeah, I'm not going to give that same image. Let's get another round of applause for Jared. Let's give a big round of applause. Jim. How you doing, Jim?
I'm good.
Actually, you've been involved.
Are you sure you want me on the mic?
Why wouldn't I, my friend?
You never know what's going to come out of my mouth.
That's worse than myself some days. You've been involved in the industry for over 30 years.
I told you I was old.
You're not that old. My dad's 77. You're not that old, my friend. Nice try. You're not as old as you can't be as old. No, maybe a little like I'm 42. Not going 43, 44.
Oh, I'm older than that.
Nice to know. What are your current projects? What are you working on right now?
Gosh, we've got, like I mentioned, Camp Massacre will be out worldwide early 2015. We've got Don't Look in the Basement 2 by Anthony Brownrigg, sequel to the cult classic that's going to be out soon. Just saw a screening last week in Dallas, and it's awesome. Shot by Chuck Hatcher, right there.
Hey, Chuck, how are you?
So we got that, and I am about to start next month filming The Hospital 2 in Marion, Alabama, in a giant Civil War mansion. So we'll be out there for a while, and it's a violent, ugly, brutal, kind of torture pornish type horror film.
Jim over here. Let's give you a big round of applause for Jim. John, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, and I saw pictures of Darth Maul over there. Now, folks, we know that Darth Maul was not originally played by this gentleman over here, but how do you get involved? Tell us how you got involved in being Darth Maul for 20th Century Fox.
I did an audition through the 501st. Ray Park was working on G.I. Joe 2, and they did a nationwide audition for 2011 when they released episode 1 in 3D, and I ended up winning that and got sent to Los Angeles, and it was just a wonderful experience. Got to do a European Xbox commercial and Lego commercial and print media for that, and did a Disneyland experience as well as a couple other days over there in LA. When I came back, I got invited to do The Escape Plan, and that was a Schwarzenegger-Stallone movie, and just went on the set and didn't really know too much about acting. And you know, one of my first days on that set, when we had to move crew and cast were coming in, I helped pick up chairs and move them. And the second assistant director, saw me and said, "I want you," and put me on another spot, and ended up doing stunts and other things and featured. And I've just always done that, you know, everything from, you know, background to, you know, speaking principle to, you know, stunts. I just go at it with the same tenacity. Doesn't matter what I'm being paid or what my assignment is. You know, I'm going to give my all, do my best, and it's worked really well for me.
That's what you can. Get all your best. That's some of the best advice I give anyone. If you're in the industry, give it your best. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Do what you love. Thanks very much. Thanks, Scott. How are you, sir? Good. Scott's over there again. Yeah, it causes me trouble, aren't you, up here? Yeah, I know you. So what you been doing since, what are your current projects and all those other good things that you're doing?
Are you looking for Scott?
Yeah, well, no, Scott's over there again, so I don't know where Scott went.
Let's do them in order. I don't want to be weird.
Scott's somewhere else, so I don't know where Scott went. So,
but yeah, anyway, I'm Brian.
That's Brian over there, Louis.
By the way, I work for Fangoria Magazine. It's a horror magazine that's been around a few days. We recently brought back our sister magazine, Warzone, that was around in the 90s. So we're doing that. And I also have a weekly radio show where we bring on actors, actresses, musicians, and do a lot of talking in circles. I've worked in filmmaking on both sides of the camera. I actually started off as a concept artist and ended up being a feature writer for magazines and, you know, just a little bit of everything in entertainment. So that's what I'm working on right now, is all that stuff. Is that broad enough?
Yeah, that's very broad, yes.
Is that specific enough? Oh, and yeah, like you mentioned earlier, Theo and I are also working on a film together. Just, we're moving at our pace.
When are you not busy? Let me ask you that question. Are you always?
Yeah, I mean, you have to stay busy and you know, doing this. If you, like you said earlier, you're doing what, yeah, absolutely. If you're not working, you're going to be broke.
This is true.
And if you have to do what you love, but at the same time, you know, we're all here for a finite amount of time. And if there's something you love, and if you don't pursue that, it's your own fault.
That's very true.
So, you know, the money's important because we all have to eat. A lot of us have kids, but if you're not happy, it doesn't matter if you're a plumber or an electrician. If there's something you love, you need to get after it and get going on that right now because you're not promised tomorrow. So if you love something, do it. How's that?
Let's hear from Brian, everyone, folks. Everyone, applause your guests up here on stage. Let's hear from one more time. Be sure to tell them, I don't know about you. I'm sorry. Folks, we got the Cogs right here from Daytona Beach.
We are the Cog is Dead, and we are a steampunk band. We've been doing this almost 9 years now. I guess one of the first steampunk bands formed in America. And we'll be playing a concert right here on this stage tomorrow night at 6:30. And our show is just fun, energetic music with a lot of variety. Since we're steampunk, our theme is that we're time travelers from the 1800s. So it's just this amalgamation of all sorts of different musical styles that we enjoy. And so we hope we can see you all over here tomorrow night and be putting on a concert right here on the stage. If you're wondering, that's why all the drums and the amps are here. So we'll be making some noise on those later on. 6:30 tomorrow. And have we lost the voice? We need the voice. Thank you.
Now, Richard was just giving some good ideas, and buddy, I thank you very much for it. I definitely want to talk about that a little bit. Definitely, so thank you. Well, folks, let's give one more round of applause for our media stars and your guest star band up here for Geeknomicon 2014. Folks, thank you very much for attending. And we will get back to Ian. Do you have any more?
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I just have one small announcement.